This is Paint Life TV. I'm Chris, the Idaho painter. In this video, I've got a really weathered door jamb and a really weathered window, and I'm going to be using a product called Peel Stop Triple Thick to actually do the priming on this stuff. Absolutely amazing primer, high solids, high resin primer. It dries in 2 hours, so you can start painting over the top of it. I'm going to show you how I can restore this door jamb to make it look a lot better, not necessarily brand new, but way better. So if you want to see how we use this primer, how we restore this, sanding and caulking it, stay tuned for this video. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to work on this door jamb. This is basically a brick mold door jamb and also brick mold trim around this window. And obviously, you know, the customer can just tear it all out and replace it, but not every customer has the budget to do so. And they asked me to try to do the best I could with the tools that I have and the products I have. So I'm gonna be using Zinsser product right here, Zinsser Peel Stop Triple Thick, and this stuff is an amazing product. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna help feather out rough edges, it's gonna prime over bare wood, it's gonna fill gaps and cracks, and then it's gonna make it look a lot better for my top coat. So I'm gonna show you how I go about sanding. I like using a Wagner paint eater because it doesn't get clogged up and it sands and grinds really fast. My favorite grinder right there. I'm also going to be brushing on my Peel Stop with a Riverdale brush. I like Chinex bristle brushes because they, primers and stuff like that. Today it's really hot outside. Paints, primers have a tendency to dry on your brushes really fast. They clean off really easy if you use a Chinex bristle brush, and the Riverdale is the exterior brush that I always paint with. And I'm going to be using a Linbide scraper to do any type of scraping. This is it's a carbide scraper, extremely sharp carbide scraper, absolutely amazing tool. Might be using my 5-in-1 on some stuff. I'll be caulking with Tower urethane, acrylic urethane caulking when I get ready to do the caulking, but I'm going to sand, prime, and then caulk. So let's get to work now restoring this door jamb. So I'm just working on sanding right along here, and what I'm trying to do is give some nice rounded edges. The kind of the door jamb, the brick mold was a little bit beat up, some nicks and dings. I'm gonna round those edges, give it a nicer look. Brick mold typically has a sharp edge on it, and it does get nicked up and dinged up pretty easily. I'm gonna be resetting some nails in here also. I don't wanna hit nails because it'll tear up my my disc on my sander, but get these edges rounded, and you can see it's starting to feathered out, and this soft latex paint doesn't get clogged in the disc on the Wagner sander. It's an absolutely amazing tool. But I carry a nail set, so I got nails right here that need to be set. So now those won't tear up my sander. All right, so I got my initial sanding all done. Now I'm gonna work on applying my Peel Stop, and then I'm gonna apply my caulking. So I'm using a Tower elastomeric or acrylic urethane caulking. And the urethane caulking, it'll actually bond to wood, but it's actually better to apply your primer first and then apply your caulking after that. And this primer does dry really fast, and so I can caulk over it really quick. And I always, typically when I got a door jamb like this or any type of wood that I'm trying to restore and make look better, that's in this type of condition, I'm gonna apply multiple coats of my triple thick Peel Stop. So I'm gonna brush it on. I like brushing it. You can roll it, brush it. You can. I've never actually tried to spray it, but I think you can spray it too. But I'm going to brush a coat on. It's super hot on this side. Go work on some other stuff. I'll come back and brush another coat on, and then we'll start applying our caulking. So a couple of the key points about this primer, I really like it because it's extremely, extremely thick, helps feather out peeling edges. It also is helps seal and glue down and stops paint from peeling. And you'll see, I'll show you how thick it is. They do call it triple thick for a reason. So here's what it looks like right here. This is how thick this stuff is. And I really like this product because it has white tint in it. So it is white. So there's other products on the market that don't have white tint. This has white tint. So when it dries, you actually know where it goes or where it's gone. Just want to dump some in there. I like keeping my lid clean, so I just scrape it out, put my lid back on. Now I'm just going to start, and I'm going to brush on a really nice thick coat. It hangs really well because it is so dang thick. It's so high in solids and resins. It's really, really thick. It's going to fill, seal, and keep from peeling the paint anymore. So I'm painting this entire building so I can definitely get some of my peel stop on the sides here. And once again, this is, obviously if you look, really close, this door jamb is extremely beat up, and a lot of people are just going to say, well, why the heck wouldn't you just replace it? Well, you'll see it's the amount of time replacing it is probably 3 times longer. Right now, lumber materials are extremely expensive. So it's definitely more cost effective to just prime it and repaint it. And once again, it just really comes down to customer expectations. Now, if your customer is expecting this to look brand new again, you would definitely have to discuss that with them and charge them more money and actually replace it. So customer expectations is always extremely important to know and understand. So good communication with your customer is always extremely important. Always having a duster brush handy too is important. As you can see, this top of it had a lot of dust. You want to get this good and sealed up here on top too, even though it's kind of protected by the soffit here. And what I do in between coats, I typically will take and sand in between coats. I won't sand with my paint eater, but I'm going to get a Unita sponge and sand it with a uni sponge, and like a medium grit uni sponge. And so, because it's a water-based product, so it's going to cause a little bit of grain raising, and you're going to see some rough stuff, that shows up after you apply it. And you definitely want to sand, just lightly sand in between coats, because I'm going to be sanding same day. It's not going to be cured, but it's still sandable. Once again, it dries in 2 hours. So you'll eventually see on my second coat, due to the high resin content, high solid content, this is a super high building primer that is extremely flexible too. I'll test down here, see how dry this is. See, that's already just about dry already, and we're literally only a few minutes into doing this. I'm actually just going to apply one more coat, and then I'm going to, because it's drying so fast, and then I'll sand it. So I did say that I was going to apply 2 coats. This stuff it's drying so fast in the sun. I'm just going to get, or I was going to do 1 coat and then sand and then do another coat. It's drying so fast. I'm going to just get 2 coats on here because I want to do a 3rd coat. Let it dry, and then I'm going to sand that in between the 2nd and 3rd coat. and then I'll do my caulking. You can see already it's filling in, leveling out, sealing edges, and it's important also to have a good layout. You can see how I'm laying it out, you know, with the grain. Even though it's a primer, you want to lay it out, make it look nice. All right, I think I got enough on there for second coat. I'm gonna go work on some other stuff. We're gonna come back and hit this one more time. So once again, this is a water-based coating, which this primer, unlike most primers out on the market, this is 3 times thicker than any other primer out there. So the thickness gives you that build, and it smooths out all these rough edges, seals down and glues all the peeling paint, so you won't have any peeling or cracking anymore after you top coat it. Been using the stuff for a lot of my career painting, and we use it on just about every single exterior house we paint. You can use it as a bare wood primer. You can prime over previously coated surfaces. It's an extremely versatile primer. The product once again by Zinsser. There's quite a few products I use from Zinsser. They make some really good products, a lot of good primers. Use some water-based primers, alcohol-based primers. It's already filling in a lot of this checking here. It's a lot better to use this to fill than it is to fill with caulking. Especially the caulking doesn't bond to bare wood as well as a primer like this does. Fortunately, the last painters painted right over the vinyl windows. So we're gonna fill in that gap there. All right, it is day 2. So I finished up the day by pressure washing the building because I'm painting the building. I applied 2 coats of my Peel Stop Triple Thick, and I'm going to sand, apply another coat, and then I'm going to caulk this door jamb to make it look a lot better. We do caulking as part of our prep work. And then we're going to be painting the building, and you'll see what the final outcome looks like. I'm going to be sanding. I typically will sand just with sponge sanders or foam sand pads, but I've got my EcoSand out here because it is a little bit rough. I'm just gonna power sand it really quick, and then we're going to apply our next coat. All right, now my door's ready to caulk, and typically when I'm caulking a door jamb and I want my caulking to look really nice, I do what I call sponge caulking, and I use a sponge to wet my finger, and that gives me the ability to lay out my caulking and get a really nice smooth bead, and especially on a warm day like this too, it gives you more working time with your caulking. Your caulking has a tendency to dry really fast on warm days. So it's always good to have more working time, and you can just smooth off the excess off your finger onto your sponge. I'm going to put a pretty heavy bead of caulking on here because the door's pretty banged up, beat up. And the caulking, this caulking dries really fast too, so I'm going to be able to start painting this side of the building. We're going to spray this door. You're going to see what this thing looks like here soon. All right, there you have it. We got to our door jamb and window trim all completed now with our peel spot and our coat of paint. And this side of the building's all painted. It's been quite a challenge with the elm tree seeds flying everywhere and sticking to our paint, but the door looks a lot better, 100% better. It's gonna hold up for a lot of years with that peel stop. We didn't have to replace the door jamb or the window trim to make it look good. It looks great. If you've used this product, let us know your thoughts down below. If you got any questions or comments about this video, leave it in the comment section below. And we'll see you next time right here on Paint Life TV. But don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell right next to it. That way you get notified every time we come out with a new video. It's free, simple, easy to do, doesn't cost you a dime. Simple way to help support us making these videos to help you. See ya out.